Hi, welcome to my channel, Crafty Come Lately. I'm going to share with you my latest junk journal made out of printable digital kit from Tsunami Rose, whose name is Daisy. And the kit is called Life ABloom. It's a beautiful, shabby, very rosy, lots of pinks, some soft yellows, a little pop of red here and there, and it's just a gorgeous kit. It's very well priced, and it comes with so many sheets. I think this whole thing, and there could even be a couple of pages missing, but it's chock full of printables that each could be a cover, lots of ephemera, tags, envelopes that are pre-cut, pre-designed, lots of line paper. I mean, it is really full. This is just one printing of the kit. So, and there could be pages missing. So the page I use for the cover is this one, and I just fussy cut around and took out that journal, accounting journal ledger out of it. It's really, really pretty. And I wound up using a file folder for the cover, which this is the hurdle I had to go over of why it took me so long to finish this journal. But I wound up using a pink and white file folder, but had I not, I would have painted it pink and white or yellow and pink or something. But the file folder I used comes out of the Heidi Swapp. There were 6. It came from a Tuesday morning called Memory Files. There were 6 designs, and they are reversible. And they come already with 3 possibilities of where you can cut the, meaning like some file folders, you can make them pretty thick in case you have a lot of files or a lot of papers in the file. So I wound up actually taking advantage of that and making that for my signatures. So I wind up reshaping and making straight edge out of, I took all the tab out of it. I just straight edged out of that because it had enough space for the width. The height was too long, so I actually wound up cutting out straight on the bottom and then redesigning the bottom to match the top little scalloped edge. So I just freestyled, drew it in and fussy cut. And so I got the even top and bottom, got the stitching, so I just got the 3, and so I wound up just stitching in the middle of the 3 sections. And it's just basically a pamphlet stitch like the 5 that I made before, but the 3. And Yvonne White has a really good tutorial that I'll put hers on there as well, so that you can see how to do it. And actually she explains really top to bottom how to make a junk journal. Pardon me, if you're somewhere in the process of learning or even just developing new ideas. So I'll try to do a quick flip through, or quicker than normal flip through, but I do just have a button closure here with a ribbon there, some Wild Orchid Crafts, and I gessoed this, and little nail polish as the varnish is what I wind up using for the whole thing. It's clear nail polish on top of gloss Mod Podge because it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to take away the tooth of the gesso. So anyways, I'll do the flip through, and hopefully you can see. Hopefully I'll be in frame. And so this is part of her printable. There'll be many of her printables here. Some I cut down to make tags. Some were already tags. So I think this was already a tag. I used a lot of scrapbook paper though that matches. Anything shabby, anything rosy matches really well with this collection. So this is part of her pocket and ticket tag that she has that I just reinforced with some cardstock in the back, some scrapbook or tissue paper. This is my own paper that I just acrylic painted pink and gold on this side, but I covered this side with her printable. Little tag made out of manila folder, wax paper doily, regular paper with some distress ink, just really literally scraped over the paper. Her printable, her tag, but I covered it, this is her tag, but I covered it with the rose that came from some stationery that I also used for the pocket. Some stenciling in the back here, some stenciling here, and some just different roses. I have some vellum roses. This one is just little punches that I made out of the felt, or not felt, foam. Dry embossing technique to make a tag. This is her ticket, really cute. And this is still tea-dyed regular paper, but, or it's paper, but it's the thinner calligraphy paper that comes from Daiso. So I actually just attach it to other paper on the other side because it's pretty frail, and I actually like that it looks torn and aged like that. This one is a photo frame, or could be. So I placed a little manila file folder thing to show that you could put photos here. You could put it right on top of that manila folder, or you could just stick it down, like if they happen to come that way. Homemade flowers, some cloth tape there, little homemade decoration for like a crafty arena inspired paper clips there. The other side of that calligraphy paper, this is a Daiso lunch sack. I left the gusset all open so it can be filled with goodies, like whatever this winds up being for. And then this is the front pocket, and I left this as a tuck spot. This is part of her tags and part of her tags for the collection. This is different scrapbook paper that I had. This is a tag that I made. This is part of the collection. Acrylic painted paper there, the other side of the doily, and I just inked it with distress ink. It was white originally, wax paper, some gold and pink paper. So that's the other side of the stuff. This was regular size paper, but I just cut it down to kind of a tag-like size, a little bit big. This is her tags. And this one is felt that I cut down to like a pocket. This one is like a rice paper that I stitched by hand, because you can see how imperfect it is, to make a pocket. And this is the other side of the stitching, which looks pretty cool. Her paper with a little paper clip popping out. This is the vellum roses that I had from a long time ago. Scrapbook paper there. A book taken apart here. Some parchment paper here. Daiso bag. This side is open. The other side will be open as well. This is Daiso clear plastic bag, like the little travel ones. And I made that into a pocket, basically. And I just cut a piece of her paper out to make a tag. It's not officially a tag like that, and this is the other part of that paper for another pocket tuck. And this is her tag right here with the word, or with the phrase, celebrate every day. Dictionary page with a sticker that had some roses on it. This one is a old Prima paper, by the way, and more of her beautiful pages. She has a beautiful collection. This is dictionary. This is from a different collection. I made into a pocket, an envelope. This is from a printable music sheet. Made an up tuck spot, and then this is a pocket here with more Prima paper. It's the Finnabair. Just torn paper pocket. The other side of that Daiso bag, and it's also, oh, maybe I didn't open it. So it will be open, and it will be a tuck spot. So if I can do it. Yeah, so it will be open here too, and that way it's also a tuck spot on this side. Because yeah, take advantage of a bag. Both sides should be your pocket. So parchment paper, book taken apart, couple of layers. This is stationery paper, cardstock. This is one of her tags. Some tea-dyed paper behind, an up tuck spot there. More beautiful paper. I love that yellow with the pink. It looks so good. And this one is pretty too. This one is acrylic painted. Like, I have a lot of scratch paper that I've painted on to make, basically to make flowers out of. But if I didn't use them for flowers yet, they might go into this junk journal. You never know. A cute little brad folded over. This one is one of her tags, but it's just the one side. I didn't use the other side. This is last signature, I think, and it's her printable. This is what I actually use for the cover, but this is the whole sheet. And this one is a wax paper made into an envelope with scalloped edging. Pardon me. This is one of her tags I used there. Parchment paper, some scrapbook paper there. And it was long enough that I was able to use the other side and make it a pocket on this side. And this is part of one of her pages, but I cut it down because I really like this image out of that. Very vintage, beautiful kids playing in the wherever, in the field. Some tea-dyed paper there, part of her collection there. My book taken apart, and more tea-dyed paper. Pocket tuck spot. This is my Goodwill stamp that I just got. This is cute little scrapbook paper made into a tuck spot. Her beautiful collectible regular envelope with a sheet tag there. Scalloped edging on very old scrapbook paper that I picked up at Goodwill, but last time. a while back. These are homemade tickets, and tuck spot there, just did it on an angle. Beautiful collectible from her. I didn't even use everything from that collection because she has so much, and I still wanted to include my stuff too. Cardstock that kind of matched that olive green with a different cardstock. Beautiful collection. And this is like a Crafty Arena inspired banner, but without the paper clip. And this one is a button that just was from a printable image, so it's just paper. But this one is a real button there, and I did some real stitching. Paper, paper, tuck spot, scrapbook paper to make the border, and a tuck spot here. This one is a printable with some cardstock on the back. Parchment, cardstock, tag, printables, and the back pocket. So this is a tuck spot as well. And I think that's it. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment and let me know. I'll include the link for Yvonne, who has a beautiful tutorial on how to do junk journals if you're completely caught not knowing either how to bind it, how to pick paper, how to, you know, figure things out. And she has it in a few videos, but I think I'll put part 1 and part 2 because those are definitely the most useful how to get started. And if you have any questions for me, let me know. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do, because I have tons of projects on the horizon. So many that I don't even know what they are. No, have so many. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.